next. NASA says its Voyager 1 probe, the most distant human-made object in the universe.
Minutes ago, a shocking discovery from Voyager 1 revealed the existence of an alien entity lurking in the depths of space. This ancient spacecraft, once sent to explore distant planets, has ventured beyond our solar system and now transmits signals that defy everything we thought we knew. The mysterious force it encountered challenges the very fabric of our understanding of the cosmos. What could this alien entity mean for humanity? Tune in as we dive into the unknown and unravel the mysteries of this mind-bending discovery. What Voyager 1 found beyond the planets. Humanity's journey to explore the unknown began in 1977 with a mission that set out to study the outer planets. But the mission didn't stop there. The spacecraft sent on this mission has traveled far beyond these planets and is now venturing into interstellar space. Along the way, it has picked up some strange signals that have scientists scratching their heads. These signals could mean the spacecraft has encountered something entirely new and unexpected out in the far reaches of space. The signals are becoming clearer and seem to be forming a pattern. It looks like they might be a message. This could change what we understand about space. The data from the spacecraft shows that it might be interacting with something unknown. There have been strange changes in its speed and direction, as well as shifts in how it's positioned in space. These changes don't match up with any forces we know, like gravity from other planets or stars. This has led scientists to wonder if the spacecraft has stumbled upon something entirely new, like an unknown type of space material or a force that doesn't follow the usual rules of physics. If the spacecraft has found something completely new, the impact could be huge. It might force us to rethink our understanding of the universe. This discovery could mean that our solar system sits in a much more complicated and active region of space than we once thought. And if this is happening here, similar phenomena could exist in other parts of the universe, meaning that interstellar space might be more dynamic than we've imagined. Far out in our galaxy, and maybe even beyond, the idea that the spacecraft might have found something unknown brings back the age-old question: are we really alone in the universe? While there's no solid proof connecting these strange signals to life from other planets, the fact that the spacecraft could stumble upon something unexpected reminds us just how big and full of possibilities space really is. If the spacecraft did find something unusual, could this mean that other civilizations, if they exist, might have found something similar? Their motives unknowable and possibly terrifying. One such theory is the dark forest hypothesis, which suggests that civilizations in space may be hiding from each other to avoid being annihilated. Each alien species, like a predator in a dark forest, remains silent, fearing discovery by another advanced, potentially hostile race. In this grim reality, contact could lead to one terrifying conclusion: the destruction of one species by another. Even closer to home, there are eerie mysteries like the Great Attractor, a massive region in space that pulls galaxies, including our own, toward it. This vast gravitational force is so strong that it's slowly dragging us toward a region we cannot fully observe, hidden behind the Milky Way's thick dust clouds. What lies in this zone? Nobody knows, but the idea of being pulled toward an unseen cosmic entity is unsettling. Adding to these fears, some researchers, like Avi Loeb, have suggested that alien civilizations may have sent tiny probes or dandelion seeds to study planets like Earth. These probes might be so small or advanced that they evade detection, quietly observing us from the shadows of space. Regardless of the outcome, one thing is clear. The spacecraft keeps showing us that the universe is far more complex and mysterious than we can fully grasp. As we wait for more discoveries from the spacecraft, it's hard not to be amazed by what this small spacecraft has achieved. For over 40 years, it's been silently traveling through space, representing human curiosity and our drive to explore. And now, as it ventures even further into the unknown, it might be on the verge of uncovering something truly groundbreaking. But this might not even be the most surprising part. Even if this strange presence turns out to be less exciting than we're hoping, the spacecraft's journey through space is still a huge accomplishment. It reminds us that exploration is unpredictable. We set out with certain goals, but space often throws surprises at us that we never expected. Whether the spacecraft has discovered a new type of matter, an odd gravitational force, or something else entirely, its findings will likely have a lasting impact on space science. But could this just be the beginning of even greater discoveries? As the spacecraft's mission nears its possible end due to dwindling power, its legacy will live on for generations. Its journey through interstellar space and the chance it has found something unknown feels like a fitting end to a mission that has completely changed how we view our solar system and the universe beyond, sparking new questions and inspiring future exploration. Although its main goal was to study the outer planets, its extended mission in deep space is now at the cutting edge of exploration, expanding our understanding of the universe. If it truly has found something unusual, we may have to rethink how we see the universe and consider all kinds of new possibilities. But what if the most surprising discovery is yet to come? In the world of physics, there's an even more exciting idea. The mysterious force we've encountered might represent a big shift in how we understand the universe. Scientists are starting to believe that the spacecraft has stumbled upon a rare cosmic event. This event may involve the effects of gravitational waves or other unknown forms of energy. Gravitational waves, predicted by Einstein's theory of general relativity and confirmed in 2015, are ripples in the fabric of space-time caused by the movement of massive objects. The spacecraft isn't near any obvious sources of these waves, like black holes or neutron stars, but it may have wandered into a part of space where these forces are stronger. This could be due to hidden celestial objects or interactions that only happen in the farthest reaches of space. If that's the case, this would be a groundbreaking discovery. For years, scientists have been guessing about forces and particles that go beyond what we currently know, as the current model of physics, while helpful, doesn't answer all our questions. One big mystery in modern physics is dark matter and dark energy, which make up about 95% of the universe's total mass and energy. Dark matter, in particular, seems to affect how galaxies move, though we've never directly seen it. If the spacecraft has uncovered a new force tied to dark matter, it would be one of the biggest breakthroughs in science. Another idea is that the spacecraft has entered a part of space where the usual laws of physics don't quite work the same. While this sounds strange, some theories in physics, like string theory, suggest it's possible. String theory, which tries to connect the small-scale world of quantum mechanics with gravity, proposes that tiny vibrating strings exist in higher dimensions. In extreme places, these strings might behave in ways that change the forces we know, like gravity and electromagnetism. As we delve deeper into the cosmic unknown, the laws of physics themselves might be up for a rewrite. How Voyager 1 could rewrite physics. String theory is still unproven, but the idea that different areas of the universe might behave differently is believable. If the spacecraft really is in such a place, it could give us valuable data that either supports or challenges these big ideas, potentially changing how we view the universe and even revealing new laws of physics. The discovery also raises questions about the future of space exploration. The spacecraft, with technology from decades ago, wasn't built to study what lies beyond our solar system, let alone strange forces in deep space. Any new data it sends will need to be carefully studied and compared with existing theories. If this force turns out to be real and important, it could inspire new missions specifically designed to explore such phenomena. Future spacecraft, possibly with advanced quantum sensors, could travel deeper into space and give us more precise data, and perhaps even give us clues about the spread of dark matter or other unknown energies. For over 40 years, the spacecraft has taught us a lot about the outer planets and the boundary of our solar system, called the heliosphere. Now, as it moves into the vast space beyond our solar system, called the interstellar medium, it's entering areas that we know very little about. The recent data from the spacecraft isn't just surprising, it's hinting at cosmic forces and phenomena that we don't fully understand, challenging scientists to rethink some basic ideas about space and the universe. One big question scientists are asking is whether this unknown force might be something new about the interstellar medium itself. We already know that this medium is a mix of gas, dust, cosmic rays, and magnetic fields, but the spacecraft's data suggests it might be even more complicated. Instead of being spread out evenly, there could be turbulent areas, strange magnetic forces, or even zones where unknown particles behave in ways we've never seen before. But this isn't even the strangest part. The space beyond the heliopause, where the spacecraft is now exploring, isn't just a quiet emptiness. It's full of material from long-gone stars, stellar winds from nearby stars, and faint traces of matter and light from distant galaxies. The spacecraft might have detected signs of interactions between this interstellar material and the lingering effects of our own sun, revealing new dynamics we've never witnessed. These oddities could show up as shifts in magnetic fields, small changes in the density of particles in space, or even completely new forms of matter and energy. If these kinds of fluctuations are common, they could change the way we understand our galaxy, the Milky Way, and beyond. Another puzzling idea is that the spacecraft might have stumbled upon something related to dark energy. Dark energy is one of the biggest mysteries in science and is thought to be the reason why the universe is expanding faster and faster. Even though dark energy is believed to be everywhere, its properties are still mostly unknown because we haven't been able to directly measure or observe it. If the spacecraft has entered an area where dark energy is detectable, it could be the first clue about how this mysterious force behaves, giving us valuable insights into one of the universe's biggest mysteries. A possible explanation is that the spacecraft has crossed into a region where the effects of dark energy become stronger. While scientists believe dark energy is evenly spread across space, there could be places where its influence is more noticeable, especially far from massive objects. The spacecraft, now far from any large planets or stars, might have entered one of these zones, and dark energy could be subtly affecting its speed or direction. If this is the case, it would be a groundbreaking discovery, linking the expansion of the universe to the movements of objects within it. But what if the most exciting discovery yet is that the spacecraft has found evidence of a fifth force of nature: gravity, electromagnetism, the strong nuclear force, and the weak nuclear force. However, some scientists have long suspected there could be additional forces that we haven't been able to detect on Earth. If the spacecraft is experiencing the effects of a new, previously unknown force, it could change everything we know about physics. This new force might only show itself in the deep vacuum of space, far away from the other strong forces we're familiar with. It could be interacting with particles in the interstellar medium in ways we haven't imagined, causing the strange data the spacecraft is picking up. If we do discover such a force, it would give us new clues about how matter and energy behave on the largest scales, and might even help explain dark matter, the invisible substance that makes up most of the universe. When we talk about galaxies or the structure of the universe, one interesting question is whether the spacecraft might have found a new particle. The current model in particle physics lists all the particles we know about and how they interact, but it has its limits. For example, it doesn't explain dark matter and it doesn't connect gravity with quantum physics. Recently, the spacecraft sent back some strange data that could suggest it has come across particles that don't fit into our current understanding, like the hypothetical axions, which might be a part of dark matter. If axions are real, they would be extremely faint and wouldn't interact much with regular matter, making them very difficult to detect. New surprises wait as we explore parts of space we've never seen before. New exotic discoveries from Deep Space Trip. As the spacecraft travels through the vast emptiness of space, it might have moved through an area where these particles are more concentrated or easier to notice. If axions or other strange particles are behind the spacecraft's unusual readings, it could be a big step forward in understanding dark matter and solving some of the major gaps in today's physics. If the spacecraft really has encountered such particles, we also have to think about how they might affect not just space exploration, but also the fundamental laws of physics here on Earth. By studying these particles more closely, scientists might even develop new technologies based on their unique properties. For example, if we can understand how they interact with magnetic fields or how they influence the movement of spacecraft, it might lead to new breakthroughs in space travel or energy generation. This could pave the way for more advanced missions, perhaps even to other stars or galaxies. But this isn't even the most exciting part. The spacecraft may have discovered not just a particle, but also a force related to the structure of the universe itself. We know about space-time, Einstein's idea that space and time are connected. However, the way space-time works is still a mystery. Some scientists think that space-time might be more flexible than we realize, stretching, shrinking, or even warping in ways that could change how objects move through it. There's a possibility that the spacecraft has encountered something like a space-time anomaly, an area where space-time is twisted or bent differently than it is near Earth. This could happen near strange cosmic objects like cosmic strings, which are thought to be one-dimensional flaws in space-time created when the universe first formed. If the spacecraft is passing near one of these anomalies, it might be feeling small but measurable effects on its path and the signals it's sending back. Discovering something like this would support some of the more radical theories in physics and might help scientists link quantum mechanics with general relativity. But that's not all. There are other exotic structures in space-time, like brain worlds or higher dimensional entities, that could be affecting our three-dimensional world in subtle ways. If the spacecraft has come across one of these, it could provide the first real evidence supporting theories that suggest there are more dimensions beyond the ones we experience. Such a discovery would completely change our view of the universe, showing that our three-dimensional reality is just a small part of something much larger and more complex. Another possibility is that the spacecraft has found something related to quantum mechanics and the way quantum fields behave in deep space. Quantum field theory, which is a big part of modern physics, says that space isn't really empty. It's filled with fluctuating quantum fields that can create particles and forces under the right conditions. These fields could be acting strangely, creating particles or energy out of nothing. A phenomenon known as quantum vacuum energy. The spacecraft's strange data might be the first sign that these quantum effects are happening on a large scale and can be detected by spacecraft moving through space. And if this unknown force is really a form of quantum vacuum energy, it could reveal new things about the nature of energy and matter. Learning how these quantum fields behave in space might open up new ways to use these effects, like creating energy in space or developing new propulsion technologies based on quantum principles. The implications of this discovery could go far beyond what we know now, possibly changing our understanding of how the universe has evolved and what its future might look like. But this could just be the beginning. If the spacecraft has found a force that affects how matter and energy behave on large scales, it might help explain how galaxies form, how stars evolve, and even why the universe is expanding. It could also give us important clues about dark matter and dark energy, two of the biggest mysteries in modern science. If this unknown force is connected to why the universe's expansion is speeding up, It could provide a key piece of the puzzle that cosmologists have been looking for. This could bring us closer to understanding the past, present, and future of the universe, answering some of the deepest questions about our cosmos. And yet, as thrilling as this all sounds, there's still so much we don't know. Each discovery brings more questions than answers. But that's what makes space exploration so exciting. What did Voyager 1 find beyond our solar system? Could it change our understanding of the universe? Share your thoughts and remember to like and subscribe for more space secrets.